Good morning. We are back again with ACCA. Last week we discussed about um, the level profession just before the skill level. Now we are going to see the professionals levels. It's all, as I mentioned before, ACCA papers are always linked. That is the reason I told you it is always better to do level one, level two, one by one paper, so that you will progress with the proper foundation than getting the exemption and doing, unless you are already qualified with these papers in some other area. That's a different issue. Now, today we are going to talk about the professional skill level of ACCA, that is the final level. So, now you are almost getting ready to be a professional. That means the application and your maturity, your marking schemes, everything will be a little tight, because the moment you are completing the professional level, you are going to be in the market. So we need to be ready for all those things. So what happens in the professional level? We have uh, two papers which is compulsory, and another two papers which is optional, but you have a option of choosing from three or four papers. But all these papers you have already covered as a mandatory paper in the level, that is the skill level. So when you cover the skill level, you will able to identify which is my strength. You can say, no, this is not my cup of tea, let me go for this. So that is why they are giving you the option for the finance. And the two papers which are compulsory, which are core, is strategic business leadership. Business leader, SBL they will call, strategic business leader. So little bit about that paper. This paper is covering whatever you covered until you reach the professional level. So many people do this paper. The moment they enter into the professional level, they will do it SBLI. That's fine, because you have the basic knowledge of the paper since you are fresh from the other level. So you will able to hammer it nicely without forgetting more concepts. So it's a combination of environment analysis, business analysis, financial analysis, little bit of law side, and of course with a lot of common sense and lot of what is the informations you are having with the current market. So that calls for you to have a general knowledge of what is happening in the economy, what is happening in the finance, which covers everything, the legal aspects, the technical aspects, you just name it, then only you will able to do the paper pretty well. But according to me, this paper, if you have little bit of common sense and some fundamental knowledge about all these papers you are covered, you will able to clear it. And of course you should have a little bit of language. They are expecting little language because you are already in the professional level, you are the one advising your organization what to do. So naturally they will expect you, even though it's not a real scenario, they are expecting you. And this paper is just a case study based question. Now recently they came up with the idea of the exam pre-scene, they call pre-scene, meaning they will give you a big story about the case, around 13 14 pages, 2 weeks before the exam. So you can just read every day, and you can think of all possible questions they may ask. But the questions, or they say, the synopsis, you will get it when you enter the exam. Only thing, you will know the story, and they can ask anything about that. So this 15 days for you to prepare. Okay, they are talking about a firm in IT industry, for example, or maybe a hospital industry. This give you an idea. I should know what are the things happening, what are the current trends. You should know everything about that. You should research and relate your knowledge with the scenario they have given. And that paper is something which you make yourself very proud when you write the exams. Recently I heard one of the tutor saying that you are going to be a CFO. So even for the exam, you go dress up like a CFO and go. So this will give you a confidence to think and approach. Like it is there. No, I am a CFO for the next 3 hours. Let me hammer it. Like that. So SBL, Strategic Business Leader, is a very nice, important paper which will give you a lot of satisfaction when you do. That is one core paper. Second core paper is strategic business reporting. You remember I was talking about financial reporting in the other level. So it's a continuation. Of course, it's no longer you are going to do the balance sheet tallying, income statement tallying, nothing. Yes, it may be there. More than that, your interpretation, giving the reports based on the figures is very crucial. So, strategic business reporting, you are going to interpret the reports prepared by your juniors as a CFO. And of course, you should know whether you use the right standard, whether you used the um, recognition, derecognition, measurement of the standards, etc. Those are the key areas of the strategic business reporting. This paper, again, is a combination of descriptive and calculative papers, but more importance is with the descriptive interpretation of the figures. So these two papers, SBL and SBR, are the core papers. Someone has to clear it. And in the professional level, these two core papers and two optional papers are there. Some people prefer to clear the professional core papers, then they will go for the professional optional papers. It's up to the people. So it's individual perception. When I did, I cleared all my core papers, then I did the optional papers. Some paper I even combined with the F level, then I finished. So it depends, one according to the attitude of each individual. So now we will see there are 4 optional papers for you to choose 2 out of them. We have done already financial management. So here you have an option of advanced financial management. So you are a finance management person and you like it in the F level. Yes, you can go for it. So you are just going to have more interpretation, more reporting on the advanced financial management. They call AFM. Another paper, you have done performance management. I found this paper is quite challenging for most of the students, but some finds it very easy. It's mostly cost accounting based. And you like it, okay, you can go for APM, that is Advanced Performance Management. So that is 2. Number 3, ATX they call Advanced Taxation. You have done the taxation paper, but in ATX, you have most of our Indian students, they do the UK tax or the international. Other variants we don't do, and again we don't have the option of Indian advanced tax option as well. So if you like taxation, or if you see I want to be a tax consultant, yes, then you can go for advanced taxation. Then the last one is advanced audit and assurance. They call AAA, advanced audit and assurance. You remember we have done audit and assurance. There you were doing at a lower level. Now you are going to be the manager of the audit firm. So how will you review the works of the juniors or the supervisors under you? Or how will you give the reports to your boss? What are the important criteria? And that is purely application of audit principles, accounting standards to some extent. Then what is happening in the environment regarding the environmental accounting, green revolution accounting, uh, latest adaptation to the market is coming in the paper. So that is all about the audit and assurance. So you can choose between AFM, APM, ATX, AAA. You have done the smaller version, simple version of all the 4 papers in your previous level. So you can decide. I have seen students attempting, one student was attempting APAFM and somehow struggled. Then the next session they switched to APM. That is not an issue. If you think after one attempt I did not clear, no, let me try the other one. You can do that. Absolutely no issue. But remember, we have to pay the exam fees in pound. So, according to me, it's before you even have the option of failing, make sure you do the proper analysis and homework and decide which paper I have to do. Accordingly, you do a very good work because we are paying in pounds. So it's not worth wasting the money. So out of the four optional papers, you have to do two. And of course, the two core papers is BR and SBL. So once you cover all these papers, you can proudly say I'm an affiliate. Of course, there is an ethics paper you have to do. That's just an online paper with few hours you have to complete in particular time period. That is again a base from all the papers you have covered, and of course common sense. So once you cover that, you are completely done with the examination. And of course, professional level papers are always on a scheduled exams, like 4 times a year. You can choose which one according to your convenience and the preparation. And even some people do 6 months preparation for the SBL because the syllabus is vast, but some people say there is nothing to study. I just need to revise. Yes, it's on individual basis, how the individual is seeing the exam. SBR, I told you, again, 2 3 months is more than enough. Nowadays, the examiner study pattern is completely changed. We are no longer into the book and paper concept. Everything is online. The grasping level or IQ level of the kids are different. There are modern techniques, modern revision techniques. You can do the practice. So it's always wise for you to complete at the earliest the all 13 papers to clear. So once you have cleared the 13 papers, you are a proud affiliate of ACCA after the ethics paper and all. Now comes the when will you become a member? That is what is left. The moment you are completing the affiliate, you are like it's not like you are a member, but definitely you are eligible and capable of working in a audit firm or in a professional accounting firm with managerial skills, the knowledge, technical skills we know we have to simultaneously cultivate. And ACCA is also giving some of the topics which are the technical skills in demand. They are doing so many webinars. So you have to be in touch with the accaglobal.com if you are a student to see the updation on the market trend as per ACCA. So it will be easy for you to prepare. So once you have done this one, you are eligible to be employed in a good, whether it is audit firm or in an industry, any industry based companies, you are eligible. But to say that I am a member, you need to have little more time to put the member thing that we will discuss in the next session. So now we have covered the full ACCA papers. What are the three levels? Each level, how many papers are there? And little synopsis of each paper we covered, not in detail. And later, how will you become an affiliate? That is basically once you clear the 13 papers and the ethics papers, ethics paper also. And as I mentioned, all exams are online. There is absolutely no paper based exams since for the 2 3 years, I guess. Everything is on the live basis. Then the next step is to become a member. So what we have to do to become a member? So now you have realized, or now you got a clear picture of the papers. You can go accaglobal.com. You can even check the curriculum syllabus of each and every paper. if you want to know before you choose, like the optional papers AFM, APM, ATX, and AAA. You can have a lot of questions. There are so many groups. They discuss about the papers, even in the WhatsApp group I'm talking. So you can be a member of the group, check with them, get advice with them, in addition to get the global.com site. And yes, Accountants Academy is always ready with a bunch of professionals, qualified ACCAs to guide you, analyze you, listen to your potential, and advise you which is good for you. That is, after your homework, you need to have little more clarification to take a decision. We are here in Accounts Academy, the panel members, to suggest you what paper will be good for you. So this is how the ACCA papers are structured. So any doubt, you can reach us or you can go to accaglobal.com. And next week, next section, we will talk about how you will become a member. What is next? Once I cleared all my papers, so what is next? That we will talk in the next section. Thank you so much. Have a great day.